Hey, hope you're having a fantastic day. I want to spend a few minutes talking about Google Sheets. I have been working to convert a lot of the administrative tools that I've used and have in place right now into Google Sheets, and we're ready. I've got 6 Google Sheets that I'll run through with you real quick, and this won't be an in-depth intro or explanation on them. This is truly an invitation. 2 proposals would like to put out, and this is just going out to Mesa County childcare providers. Proposal 1, I am happy to do a workshop. If you're interested in participating in a workshop, might be just 1-on-2, 1-on-3, or we may have a larger group, I'd be happy to do that. We could also put it into a director's network. We're booked out through June, so that might be July. The other thing I'd like to extend is a personal invite to either A, come to your facility, and I can share these sheets with you, help you convert some of your different tools like child classroom rosters, wait list, employee schedules, all these things that I'm going to go through with you real quick here. And I'd be happy to sit down with you and do that. There is no cost to you for doing that. I am being taken care of and paid by Mesa County, so feel free to utilize my services, take advantage of this opportunity. If I can help you streamline and save time and be more accurate and use some of these good tools in your facility, I am all about helping to do that. So I can come to you, or you're welcome to come to me. You don't have to worry about cleaning your office or your desk. If that's the case, just bring some information. We can touch base on that. But I'd be happy to set up a time where you can come to me and we can look at these and figure out how you can begin putting these in place for your facility. So here, let me run through some of these for you. This is an example of a school roster. Okay. So I've got this titled Summer Kids, and this would be an example of a toddler room. In this case, this is kind of mirrored after our Fruita program. So here we've got 1-year-olds, we've got 2-year-olds, a classroom. They're total up here at the bottom, so it lets me know how many kids I have each day. I'll explain in greater detail at a later time the difference of all these different columns, significance, and so forth. But real quick, this section here is Monday. The next white section is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday down here. This keeps track of their birth dates, of their ages for me. So there's so many cool little tools and smart aspects of these different sheets. That's why I want to share them with you. I've converted all this into Google Docs. If you'd rather use Excel, we can do that as well. I've got some of them already converted into Excel. I think you'll love Google Docs because you can look at this on your phone. You can look at this at home. Someone could be working on it at the center. And it all collaborates really well together. So again, here's a toddler classroom. Here's an early preschool classroom. So these kiddos are primarily 3, a couple of 2-year-olds, and some early 4-year-olds. There's all kinds of color coding that we use, and I'll explain that. Here's a good example, though, early preschool. The kiddos that patty potty, these kids here all have completely potty trained themselves with everyone's help. So Wendy she's working on potty training. She's in yellow. And William waiting, he's not ready yet. So he's waiting till his internal clock says, I'm ready to start potty training. So that's why we color him on the side here so we can keep track of that. We have a specific rate drop for 3 and potty train, so that's significant to me doing the billing. Again, you've got your different columns, blues, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday over here if you're following my mouse. Again, a lot of great tools. Green, Wendy working is coming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. She's waiting for a Monday, Tuesday to open up. So that's what the green means for us. In this case, on line 19, we'll call this one Patricia Potty. She is wanting to grab a Tuesday, Thursday with us. It's yellow because she hasn't paid for it yet to reserve that spot. So it's kind of tentative. And over here we have notes. You can't see my notes. Hang on. Over here we have notes. It says she's going to be starting June 6th. Let me show you one other thing that's pretty neat about this. We are able to print off. Yeah, let me see how I can get it so you can see the whole thing. There you go. We're able to print off for our staff a sheet that has each child's name and what day they're coming. This would be easier if you were to see that they all had different names, but Patty is coming Monday through Friday here at the very top, where we have Wendy only coming Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is a sheet they're able to have in their classroom every week, so they can just see and they can check off the kids as they come in, and they know who they don't have. It's just a simple way that they can do that. They can see how many kids they have scheduled for the day in a room set up for 20. And this is all done for you. You don't have to maintain this. It's all done based on whether or not they are scheduled over here on the left side. So again, these are all super details that I'll chat with you in detail later. Run through the last. There's a preschool classroom, a pre-K class that combines with our kindergartners, our school agers. This is an example. We're merging our roster into the summer. And then finally at the bottom, it totals up all the rooms for you. It may look like a bunch at the beginning, but once you begin really getting a grasp on this type of Excel sheet, it certainly has a lot of advantages anyway. So this tells me that I've got 22 kids scheduled in this classroom at lunch. I know I have 24 here, and I have 19 in my preschool classroom. Between those two classrooms here, I'm licensed for 44. I have 43 kids. Whereas here I have one extra kid scheduled. That pre-K kiddo will actually join our preschool for that morning session, and I'm still 4 under my capacity between those two rooms. So this is just totaling up all of our numbers from all the other pages, and lets me know how many kids I have in the center at any one time. And then these are a ton of formulas in here that tells me that based on every hour of the day, this roster here is at 92% capacity, and at peak, which I call 9 to noon, that morning session of the day, I'm at 97% capacity. So this is all semi-theoretical, but this is exactly how we monitor that. All right, so there's some technology for you, but I'm not going to go through every other sheet in that kind of detail. Let's run through really fast. And again, if there's one of these sheets that interests you, then let's get you started with that. And to help you manage your business, here's one I think you'll love. This is our wait list. I've talked about this in a couple other videos, but it's ready to go in Google Docs. We can merge your wait list onto there. I can get you started, leave you, and you can rock and roll from there. But a couple cool things over here is comments. So as I have conversations with Tim or my other staff, reach out to Tim or his wife about their kiddos that are on the wait list, Tim and Rachel. We can make comments over here, which is great when you're, working with people over a period of time on our wait list. I punch in Tina's birthday here, and it gives me her age. It produces her age for me. It's fantastic. So we've got a fancy formula over here in this cell that does that for us. But watch this real quick. See, it says she's 3.2. If I change her age to 17 instead of 2016, it automatically changes her birthday or her age to 2.2. And next month it'll say 2.3 and 2.4. This will track your kids' age for you month after month. That's huge on a wait list. Anyway, lots of good information, parent emails, all that kind of stuff. You want to update your wait list? Come over here, copy all of your emails, and blind carbon copy them into an email and send out a message to everybody that says, hey, let us know if you're still, interested in staying on the wait list. Update your status with us. Super efficient way to get that done real quickly. All right, so the wait list we can share with you, and again, we have different classrooms. As a kiddo goes from one class, let's say that Let's say that Ted here, he's 4 years old. I'm going to put him in preschool now, not early preschool. I can move him up to my preschool wait list just like that. So I know how many kids I have in each classroom waiting, and I have their schedule that they need here, as well as whether they're self-pay or they might be CCAP. So I can put that on there as well. All right, let's jump to another list here. And when you hire a new employee, here's a really great organized way to get an employee up and running. You can attach W-4, I-9. You're going to give them an employment packet, but gosh, there's so many different things that you can do. You can put comments over here on the Identigo website so they can just get in there and register with all of your information. Down here we've got, what is this one here? Pre-service orientation. So they can come over here. They can click on a link to your own pre-service orientation video. I'm going to do a training on how you can build that also, so they can do this on the weekend. Again, so this is a lot about getting your staff all the requirements and trainings they need, and allow them to be organized all for themselves. When they get done with the orientation video, they can click that box and you know it's done. So be happy to talk to you about that one. Let's jump into staff, what's happening. So this is a staff schedule in Google Docs, and they can look at this staff schedule right on their phone. Super easy. It's all free through Google Docs, and by setting up a Gmail account. So this is an example of a 1 week schedule. There's a toddler classroom, early preschool and school age classroom, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, etc. You could put your subs over here on the side with phone numbers for them to call. So you can set up your schedule. This is the week of June 2nd, and click this tab and go to June 10th, June 17th, June 12th. You can build your schedule out for months if you like. The other way to set it up is you can have it all run on one tab. So here's an example of multiple weeks just stretched out. And they can just swipe on their phone to be able to follow along with you looking at this schedule. All right. Here is a staff checklist. So this comes back to staff files. And most centers, I believe, keep track of all of their staff requirements, their staff files, like a sheet on the top of their manila folder for their staff. We do that, but we also keep it right here in this staff checklist. Staff can see this now, and they can see what they're missing and what they're not. So Kathy, in this scenario, for her 2019 continuing education hours, only has 2. She needs to get 15, right? Here we have SE, or social emotional training. She has 0 in social emotional training. Whereas Tina can see she's got 15, and 3 of those are social emotional. She is set. She's all in good shape. So, and we use this so that they can see when their pre-service training was done, if they have toddler orientation, standard precautions, and we plug in the date of whenever their standard precautions are. So in this case, Nikki can see that she's got to update hers by August 21 of 19. Abusive head trauma, first aid, CPR, or the module if they don't have the training, whether trails are cleared, all these things. And we can make the staff file the staff's responsibility because they can see it here on their phone, and they know what they have to get done and when they have to do it. So this is a great tool. And again, it's all a format, it's a template. We can save this as Great Journeys Childcare for you, and then we erase these names, we put in yours, we clear all this information out, we start brand new with your stat files, and bingo. Here's one final one that might be helpful if you're looking at giving out raises. Let's say you're going to do raises on January 1st, and So hypothetically, here's your staff. You've got about 10 staff. You've got a director. Let's say that uh, in 18, I mean, I can change all these dates here, 2018, 2019, and this is hypothetically 2020. So you're thinking, I want to give a lot of $1 raises in 2020. This will tell you what your payroll was in, now I've changed the dates. I got to go 19 and this will be 20. So if this is your expected wages in 2019 and you give a dollar raise in 20, these are what your raises will be. Your payroll is going to go up by about $21,000. Let's say you didn't give any raises to your upper staff. So you wipe out those raises. They're going to make the same in 20 as they did in 19 here. And you can see that your increase is only going to be $11,000 in estimated payroll increase. So we want to dump those, I go backwards here. There we go. We put those raises back on there. Let's say that's too much. You're not going to be able to afford $21,000. So start dropping the raises down there and watch what's happening. As I start dropping wages, I go, okay, I can afford $15,000 in extra payroll. So it's a simple formula-based spreadsheet that can help with wages and increases and so forth, budgeting. So anyway, those are the 6 sheets I have for you. All of these are in Google Sheets. Again, it's a free app. Send me an email or give me a phone call. Best number to reach me at 639-2370, and I would be happy to set up a time to come to your center. You can come to mine or to me, or if we'd like, we could do a workshop where we have multiple, a lot of people all out working together. But ultimately, take advantage of using some of these tools. I think that you'll really be able to, there's so many different ways you can use them. So I hope you find some of this valuable. Have a great day, and hopefully talk to you very soon.